After a teenager's parents passed away in a tragic event, his neighbor decided to care for him. She became like a mother and father to him, guiding him through life. After losing his parents, the young boy spent most of his time with older women and elders in the neighborhood. Over time, he developed a strong bond with the older women, especially one kind-hearted woman. This connection grew so deep that he began to feel an unusual attraction to these women. Eventually, he started feeling a strong desire to be close to them, especially one particular old woman who always showed him kindness. Please support us by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Without wasting time, let's dive into the story. The movie begins in a busy and chaotic area. People are crowding the streets, waiting for the bus. Among them is a woman dressed in a simple yet elegant white dress. She stands quietly, looking around as though expecting someone. Suddenly, a man in sunglasses and dressed in formal clothes arrives in a shiny car. He steps out of the vehicle and greets the woman. The woman, named Patricia, seems surprised but curious. She walks up to him and asks who he is. The man smiles and introduces himself as Santo Januarius. Patricia is taken aback, wondering how the stranger knows her name. Sano tells her that the bus she has been waiting for will not come. Sano offers to take Patricia home, saying he is headed that way and would like to help. He mentions someone named Luigi Noera, who is also traveling with him. Patricia hesitates at first. She explains that she cannot trust someone she has never met. However, Sano says something that shocks her. He knows why she has been unable to have children with her husband Franco. Not only that, but he claims to have the solution to her problem. Patricia, intrigued and hopeful, agrees to ride with Santo in his car. Instead of taking her home, Sano drives Patricia to his large, mysterious house. The house looks grand, with a beautiful garden and a warm glow coming from the windows. Once inside, Sano leads Patricia to a room filled with bright, colorful lights. Patricia looks around in amazement, wondering what is about to happen. Suddenly, a small monk appears in the room. He walks slowly toward Patricia, holding a small piece of paper. Sano introduces the monk as a spiritual guide and explains that he can bring good luck. The monk gently places a piece of paper into Patricia's bag. Sano then asks Patricia to bow and kiss the monk's head as a sign of respect. Patricia, though hesitant, leans down to do as instructed. But just as she does, Sano suddenly grabs her waist and turns her toward him. Patricia, startled, pulls away quickly and demands to be taken home. She finally returns home late at night, around 10 p.m., where her husband Franco is waiting for her by the door. Franco is visibly angry. He asks Patricia why she is so late, and Patricia hurriedly explains that the bus was delayed. However, Franco looks through Patricia's bag and finds the piece of paper the monk had placed there. He immediately suspects Patricia of lying and accuses her of cheating. This leads to a heated argument between the two. Franco, consumed with anger, slaps Patricia, and she runs into another room, locking the door behind her. Inside the room, Patricia calls her sister, Maria Shisa, for help. Maria arrives quickly with her husband, Serio, and their son, Fabietto. When they enter Patricia's home, they are shocked to see the mess and to find Patricia with a cut on her nose. Patricia explains everything that happened, from meeting Santo to the strange encounter with the monk. Franco, however, continues to yell, calling Patricia awful names. Serio tries to calm Franco down, explaining that Patricia might not be cheating, but could be struggling emotionally due to her inability to have children. Fabietto, who has been quietly listening, suddenly asks if it is true that Patricia met a monk. His father, Serio, quickly scolds him for interrupting. Later, the Shisa family returns home and begins discussing an odd baroness who lives nearby. Fabietto finds her strange and shares his thoughts with his mother. During a large family dinner, the relatives gather and discuss Mrs. Gentile, a woman widely disliked in the community. The conversation grows lively as everyone shares their opinions about her. That night, Maria becomes angry when she finds out that her husband has been secretly talking to a co-worker named Mrs. Villa. Fabietto notices his mother playing with a small ball in the living room, tears streaming down her face. His brother, Marcino, gently leads him back to bed, leaving Maria to deal with her emotions alone. The next day, Fabietto's father tells him he cannot celebrate his birthday because he has to work. Upset, Fabietto tells his mother he has no friends to celebrate with. Maria feels sad but encourages him to have a good day. Serio, wanting to cheer his son up, gives him a special gift, a ticket to a soccer game. Fabietto is overjoyed and thanks his father. One night, Fabietto and Marcino are called to the hospital. Their parents had been found unconscious due to a gas leak in their home. Tragically, their mother passed away instantly, and their father died shortly after being admitted to the hospital. At the funeral, Fabietto speaks with Patricia and admits he hasn't been able to cry. Patricia gently asks him about his dreams, and Fabietto reveals his wish to become a movie director. Later, Fabietto visits the Baroness, who invites him to her house. She gives him advice about life and relationships, encouraging him to think deeply about what he wants. She even asks him to picture a woman he admires while reflecting on life's lessons. Afterward, the Baroness tells Fabietto that her work with him is done and sends him on his way. Fabietto begins to grow more confident. He develops feelings for Julia, a girl he sees performing in a play. He watches her closely but later sees her with another man, which leaves him heartbroken. Seeking guidance, he approaches a famous director, Capuano, who shares valuable advice about following his dreams. Inspired, Fabietto decides to leave for Rome to pursue his career as a filmmaker. Before leaving, Fabietto visits his aunt, who is staying in a mental hospital. On his way to Rome, he stops at a train station and sees the little monk standing there, waving at him. Fabietto smiles, feeling a sense of peace and determination. The movie ends here. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.